Good evening and welcome to our Wednesday edition of News Geelong. The City of Greater Geelong Currie ward by-election has seen victory go to Eddie Contelge. In the world of Geelong sport, the final of the Go For Your Life Soccer Cup was decided last Sunday night, and in the topsy-turvy world of weather, our own sparkling Larni Salathiel will update us on the next few days. A portable prefabricated truss bridge designed for use by military engineering units, known as a Bailey Bridge, will be built over the Barwon River at Queen's Park for the UCI Road Cycling Championships being held in Geelong later this year, as Meryl Friend reports.
The 2010 UCI Road World Championships will be held in Geelong in September on the 29th and running till October the 3rd. And in preparation for that, there'll be a temporary Bailey Bridge being constructed on the north side of the Queen's Park Bridge. Councillor, we have a temporary bridge coming to the Queen's Park area for the 2010 UCI Road World Championships in September.
Yes, Meryl, we certainly do. Unfortunately, the Queen's Bridge wasn't wide enough. We need 6 metres in a bridge. The cyclists could have gone over the Queen's Bridge, but what it's about is if someone has an accident on the Queen's Bridge, you need to be able to get the access vehicles up onto the bridge and to get up and attend the riders. So it needs to be 6 metres wide, and we're fortunate enough, the UCI organising committee are funding a bridge called a Bailey Bridge that is used in the armed forces, and it'll be a temporary bridge crossing the river.
I suppose many residents in that area would be wondering why you wouldn't think of a permanent bridge for that area.
Oh, look, there's no doubt sometime in the future that with the ring road development and that, we're probably going to have to look at a permanent bridge at some stage. So
what's the location of the temporary bridge?
The location of the temporary bridge comes off Queen's Road and goes across the river and hooks back onto Queen's Road. So there's going to be a little bit of a chicane there, and that'll slow them down and then speed them up as they go up the hill.
Meryl Friend, News Geelong.
Thank you, Meryl. The Great Ocean Road Committee Incorporated manages foreshore reserves along the Great Ocean Road. Ian Nicholls spoke with the committee's CEO, Mr David Clark, regarding upgrade projects.
Here at Torquay on the Surf Coast is one of the most popular caravan parks in the state of Victoria. And the Great Ocean Road Coast Committee manages this park as well as many others between here and Lorne. But for Torquay, there's a multi-million-dollar makeover planned, and it's already started. Just before Christmas, a $500,000 amenities block was put in place, eco-friendly with water tanks to boot. I'm standing in front of one of the modern cabins, if you like, and we know it's a very popular spot because more than 200,000 people visit every year. But there's change in the wind, and that means some of the residents have been disadvantaged. We talked to the Chief Executive Officer, Mr David Clark.
We've just completed our first stage of works, including the construction of a new amenity block to service campers. It was opened just before Christmas, and now we're in the planning process to implement a major upgrade of the power and water supplies to half of the caravan park, and those works will get underway in the coming months. The new amenity block cost about $500,000. The power upgrade is likely to cost in the order of $1 million. This is a very large caravan park. In the first stage of the power upgrade works, we'll be working on about 300 to 350 campsites, as well as upgrading power to all the amenity blocks, and so that's likely to be $1 million project. We were fortunate to secure $750,000 in funding from the state government just before Christmas, and those works will get underway shortly after Easter.
At the Torquay Caravan Park, Ian Nicholls for News Geelong.
Thank you, Ian. RDOC Youth Foundation is a not-for-profit organisation supporting young people, including those experiencing disadvantage, to achieve their potential, as Wierzbowski reports.
The RDOC Youth Foundation has been helping youths gain an education since 1988, but are now calling on Geelong residents to sign up and become volunteers. Volunteers can help by making donations, running fundraisers, or working with the kids at schools.
We have donations not only from individual community members, but from service groups, other local community groups, some other school groups, small businesses, large corporations. So the range is wide, and the opportunity to support by financial means and in-kind support is huge.
The RDOC Youth Foundation currently has several programs in action.
The RDOC Youth Foundation is a not-for-profit organisation. It was developed 22 years ago. Its focus is on supporting children and young people who are disadvantaged and possibly at risk to enable them to stay in education so that they can have their opportunities to realise potential for the future.
With the new school year beginning again, people can also help by purchasing goods for youths from RDOC's gift catalogue, such as shoes, stationery, private tutoring and even swimming lessons.
Yeah, as a school we've got probably a very modern way of looking at education, not being just one teacher working with a group of children. So we try to surround each of our children with a lot of support for all their range of needs as a whole person. So it might be looking at maybe their family support, getting resources to assist the family or helping in our classroom. And so when we're looking at the RDOC brief as to service they provide, one of our big issues is trying to get volunteers in our classroom to run small programs.
Luke Wierzbowski, News Geelong.
Thank you, Luke. The City of Greater Geelong Currie by-election closed last Sunday and Erin Pearson spoke with the newly elected COGG councillor Eddie Contelge.
Geelong welcomed in a new councillor earlier this week as the seat of former disgraced councillor David Saunderson was filled. Eddie Contelge became Geelong's newest mayor in the Currie ward seat, ahead of Matt Pavinczak and Vinko Lubanovic, with a convincing win at the ballot box. So Eddie, we had a convincing win at the ballot yesterday. How did everything go? How did everything pan out? How were the nerves?
Oh, obviously it was a pleasing result. Nerves, I guess it was like pulling teeth towards the end, wondering how the result was going to go, but obviously I'm pleased with the trust and the faith that the residents put into me and the convincing win that we had in the end.
And what does the first day stepping in as a councillor involve?
Well, I'm yet to find out, I must admit, but today's basically a day of briefings and getting to know some of the people around the council, some of the officers and some of the representatives of the different departments. So today's really a bit of learning, and then I'm into my first council meeting this evening and being sworn in this evening as well.
So there's no mucking around there, Eddie?
No, it's straight into it, which is good.
And as the new councillor for the Currie ward, what are some of the things you're looking at improving over there?
Well, pretty quickly I'd like to get involved with some of the community and sporting groups that identified some of the redevelopment issues and initiatives that they're trying to get put into place very quickly. I'd like to work on some of the streetscape issues in Separation Street and Vines Road and Beaufort Avenue. They've all been identified over some time. And then some of the other larger projects which I was looking at was trying to tackle some of the traffic management and speeding driving in the ward, and then on from that start to work on the North Geelong golf course, the former Geelong golf course site, try to work with the owners on what they might be looking at trying to achieve, so see if we can get some sort of the right mix for the community and the owners, and also the redevelopment of the Western Heights College, or the former Western Heights College on the corner of Barton and Anarchy Road. They're important issues.
So you're going to be a busy man over the next few months?
I think I'll be a busy man over the next couple of years.
Erin Pearson at City Hall, News Geelong.
Thank you, Erin. As we go to a break on News Geelong and return with more after this.